Right, so we're going to do a video on some unexpected survivors from the bad winter we had. And this is a new pond area I've done, but I've got a bog filter here, and if you watch any of my older videos, I had a larger sort of bog filter feeding to the old pond, and I use that as basically hydroponics to grow your colocaceae, your elephant ear, stuff like that, because they grow really well in water anyway with the fish nutrients. But anyway, to the point, the pink china has been just sat in gravel and water all winter. So the bulb or corm itself is frozen, probably solid, defrosted several times. The roots have been sat in the water, the corm itself has just been just about sat, well, exactly how it is now, exposed on the surface. And it's a fairly big corm, don't get me wrong, it's probably 3 inches across, so it's a reasonable size. But we can see just on the tip there's a new shoot, so even fully exposed, so no protection whatsoever, that corm is frozen through solid, probably defrosted, and yet it's still alive and pushing. So that's how hardy your pink china are. Right, so for another surprise survivor, and I have got a cloche on it just to keep the heat units going in. So this is, someone he asked me about this the other day, about the Musella lescarpa, or the Lotus Banana. So that is what it looks like. So when we overwintered this, I put a fleece bag over it and a plastic bag over that, so it's kept dry, but it's probably quite humid in there. But you know, they had this sort of a double layer with the protection with the fleece and the plastic bag. And yeah, just in the last week, as it's been warming up, I noticed we've got a pup coming out the side here. That looks like another one coming out the side here, and the main leaf has started to grow as well. So even in that really sort of harsh, severe winter we had, that survived. And don't get me wrong, totally unprotected, I probably would have lost that, but like I say, a little bit of protection, and this is why I've got a cloche on it, because they need a bit of heat to get them going. So if you can just get something like that, a little pop-up greenhouse or a little plastic cloche, you know, these are like £3, and just put that over it just to get it going. Once they get going, they're fine, that'll come off in a week or so as the temperatures warm up, and that'll grow away nicely. So that is another sort of little surprise, the Lotus Banana surviving that. And I know I've mentioned this in a previous video, but it still amazes me. So this is the palm grass, which again I just had a fleece bag over this, and that was maybe 3.5 4 foot tall, this palm grass, last year. So I obviously didn't know how harsh the winter was going to be, but I know that this plant is not really supposed to be hardy, so I thought we'll give it a chance, and we'll get the fleece bag over it and try and sort of save the growth it had, the, you know, the sort of 4 foot foliage. Obviously with the winter we had, that all died down, and I thought, you know, that's a goner. But as mentioned in the previous video, when I did take the fleece bag off, I see a couple of little green shoots, and yeah, and since then we've got all this new growth. So not leaf hardy, but definitely root hardy, you know. Just a reminder, we did get nearly, what, -6, that's like -5.5, -6 I guess in some places, so in the garden. So that is a surprise survivor as well. So yeah, now this is a time when you hope to see, you know, new growth, and hopefully maybe things that you thought may have perished is maybe just pulled through for you. So yeah, let us know what surprised you in surviving the very harsh winter we had. And another side note, if you like, so the Musa Bajus, I've got a couple of big ones. This one here, these were totally unprotected. I'd done nothing with them at all. I even stripped all the leaves off. Didn't even have the leaves hanging down to protect the trunk. No, just the pseudo stem, and I'm guessing that the trunk was maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot taller, and I did cut it down to solid. And yes, first leaf's always going to look dodgy. It's now pushing out another one, so that in a way surprised me, because I just thought they were going to collapse. So that one survived, but yet just meters away, the other one, which was a similar size if not a little bit bigger, totally collapsed and rotted to the ground. So that is absolutely, you see all the wood lice and everything in there, that's totally mushed. So same garden, same amount of light, same temperatures, yet this one just went to mush, the other one survived. But again, I'm sure a lot of people have got this at the moment, where the main stem is just gone to mush, and yet now we see all the side shoots, the little pups coming up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there you go. From one banana you get 6, and possibly more to come. So while these are going to be quite small, and that's sort of a quite big gap here, I thought, well, I did overwinter. What's this, Bengal tiger, Siconensis? I overwintered this in the greenhouse, and that was touch and go, to be honest, because this was in the polytunnel, and I thought I'd lost this because that got down to -2 in there, and this sort of, I don't know, just didn't look good for a while. But yeah, since then we've pushed out a new leaf, and it's pushing another one, and we've even got a little pup coming off it as well. So from all that damage and despair from winter, we're getting some positive, which is good. Right, let's leave it there. Thanks for watching.